Right, we're talking about Leicester and all the diverse communities and things like that, and immigration. Do you think immigration's okay in Leicester, or do you think it's gone too far?
Gone too far.
You think it's gone too far?
Yes.
What issues do you think is, with...
Because, we can't find work properly. We live here. We are British citizen, but it's problem because people coming, Portugal and some other country, they got straight away job and they claim benefit. They are very safe, and we are working hard. We pay tax, but
Do you think it's a harmonious city? Do you think we all get along fine? It's all lovely? A nice melting pot? Do you think that's true?
Where?
In Leicester?
Leicester?
Do you think we're all friends? Do you think we're all very friendly, or are all the different communities very friendly?
Sometime friendly, sometime not. It's favoritism everywhere.
There's a Leicester Police race hate crime officer, and recently he said that there is approximately 900 race hate crimes a year in Leicester. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
Just wondering how you feel about immigration at the minute in Leicester. Do you think it's gone too far, or do you think it's okay, it's a happy mix, or...?
I think we live okay, but just too many people coming in, not enough jobs, enough homes and...
Leicester Police race hate crime officer is called Darren Goddard, and in an interview recently he stated that approximately 900 race hate crimes occur a year in Leicester. Does that fit in with the society that you see?
I don't really think so. I think a lot of time race is always the easy subject to blame it on race when it could be other things. But
these are race hate crimes, 900 a year in Leicester.
Yeah. No, I'm saying obviously it depends on who's saying it's a race hate crime. Yeah. You might be getting attacked because they don't like the look of you. Yeah. Don't mean it's anything to do with your colour or anything, but they're quick enough to use the race card.
Have you experienced racism yourself in Leicester?
Not myself.
I've experienced it, and the cameraman has as well, where we was actually called white so-and-sos. This
in London.
Have you? Yeah. We've experienced it in Leicester, and there's obviously there was that was on the night of the riots that was in Leicester, which was in the city centre, and we was there walking around having a look, and the majority of the people starting the riots were actually non-English, and like I was saying, we suffered racial abuse there as well. Have you heard of the Rhea Page incident? That's a high-profile case in Leicester.
Yeah.
That was an English girl who was attacked by Somalians, sadly, and while they were attacking her, they said, "Kill the white bitch." It was, it's really. I just wondered if you see that, and experience that yourself in Leicester.
Then they treat their own women like that. They've got no respect for women, full stop.
Hello there. What do you think about immigration in Leicester? Do you think it's a happy mix, or do you think it's gone too far?
That's a multicultural city, yeah. I'm not worried about for immigration issue at the moment. We never know in the future.
Hello there. We're talking about immigration in Leicester. What do you think about immigration at the moment in Leicester? Do you think it's gone too far, or do you think it's okay, a nice happy mix?
Well, yes, I like that it's mixed, because immigration in Leicester, number one, you can learn a lot of things from different people. You can learn...
What can you learn from them?
Okay, because different people have different, cultures. When I said different culture, okay.
Sorry to butt in. Is it enriching? Does it enrich us?
Yes, because you get knowledge from each other. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like
what knowledge?
Like the Caribbean, for example. I'm from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And you have to be Caribbean to learn or know about Caribbean people. If a Caribbean person come up now and speak to me, he explained, he talked to me, I understand exactly what he says. Because a lot of problem is developing in Leicester at the minute. And you have to understand Caribbean people in order to deal with them, because Caribbean people come in England and they speak loud and they do all kind of hand gestures and
Okay.
but we are accustomed to that. Now Africans are different people now. Africans, they have a different culture than Caribbean people.
Yeah.
The English have also a different culture.
Yeah.
The English people tends to go down to the pub and they congregate and they, do things different to Caribbean people.
Yeah. Do you think that then that there'll be culture clashes with the different cultures like you just explained?
Culture clashes. Well, basically, I think Leicester is more dominant with Asian people in Leicester. You have the African, you have the Caribbean, but most of all is the Asian people that in Leicester. And the clashes, you're gonna find that, but not on a high scale. I don't think so.
Do you think we all get on well, like a very harmonious city? There's not much racial tensions or racial crimes?
I would tell you, getting on? No.
No.
In a harmony? No.
Yeah, I was going to say that there's a race hate crime police officer that reported recently that there's approximately 900 race hate crimes a year in Leicester. Do you think that's a concern?
There's a lot. Listen, there's a lot of racism
Yes.
in Leicester, and in all departments, I'll tell you. Because number one, in all the offices, the job center, the housing office, all the different departments, the races, like Tesco, Sainsbury,
Could you explain how they are racist?
all right. Sometimes you approach the counter, the reception. And when you approach the reception, a young, an Asian lady might be standing there, or an English lady might be standing there, and as soon as they see, a black person come towards the reception or the counter, she tends to be busy on the computer or doing something that is not, linked with the job or whatever. Okay.
Do you realise there's plenty of help there, isn't there? There's a race equality centre, there's a multi-million-pound race sort of protection industry that's here for you. So do you feel protected? You must be protected. You can easily find some help.
I laugh at that question. You know why I laugh? Not laughing at you, but laugh at that question because people says, they're going to stamp out racism. The government, they're going to stamp out racism. It's not tolerated. But we the black people don't feel like that. We feel, yes, they say they're going to stamp out racism. Racism is there, but they try to, they know who they want to deal with.
Would you believe that the English actually feel very much the same? We've experienced, me and the cameraman,
especially when dealing with the police,
discrimination. We've experienced racial abuse by some black people on the night of the Leicester riots a couple of years ago. We was in town on that night, and we was called white.
Yes.
Both of us, and when we reported to the police, often we don't even get a crime. We find it a complete waste of time.
Well, that's why I find myself. I find it a waste of time. So it don't make no sense to go to report to the police because you're not going to get nowhere.
Yeah.
To me, you're going to the police and you report it, they just laugh after you.
think about immigration in Leicester? It's gone too forward. Do you think it's happy?
I think it's worked really well. I just love it. We've lived in Leicester for over 20 years now, and I think part of the attraction is its multicultural nature.
So you think it's all working very well and everything's all harmonious? Everything's going fine?
Well, it's never going to be perfect, but then it wouldn't be perfect if it was just a homogenous community. So I think the effort that the City Council has put in over the years, community groups, churches, mosques, temples, into building good relationships.
So the English at the moment are a minority in Australia, where that's centred.
Yes.
So do you think they're being taken care of? Do you think there's enough sort of ethnic-specific community groups, community leaders, community centres and things like that for the English?
I think so. I mean,
could you name them?
well, all the neighbourhood centres.
Community centres and where's our community leaders?
Your use of English is presuming that English people are right, but we have lots of English people who have been here for generations and generations who aren't white, who are from a different background. English doesn't mean Anglo-Saxon, which is in itself is a mixed race bag anyway. So
you deny the existence of English as an ethnic group?
The English is not an ethnic group. The English is a multi-ethnic group. The English people are multi-ethnic. They come from around the world. The actual original English people who pushed the boundaries of the country, they were the Celts who were driven out by other people. And the Celts tend to be the redheads who were laughed at and teased because they've got red hair.
So if the English are this mix of all the different communities, so therefore you'll deny that there's a West Indian community, that there's a Somali community, you'll deny that there's a Polish community, an Irish community, etc. etc.
No, I'm not denying that, but you're using the term English to mean something that I don't think it means anymore. You can look at people who've got British passports who've been born here, but you're not actually meaning English by that.
And in the end, we're citizens of the globe.
Yeah.
I mean, we're Christians, so we live in the kingdom of God, which is an international kingdom. So I'm English by convenience, but actually I'm a citizen of the world.
The old race equality, is it the race equality, not the race equality centre, the race relations, the Britishness test.
Oh right, yeah.
There's an old race relations survey that they did on Britishness and belonging.
Yes.
Within that test they spoke to minority ethnic groups and asked them to define their identity. They related, are they English, are they British? Not all of them that they spoke to defined themselves as not being a religion. They did see it as a specific indigenous or white population.
But if you're going to ask people to tick a box, are you from this background, or this background? They're going to say they're from this background. They're not going to actually say I'm English or I'm whatever. They're just going to say what their background is. Background is white European, other people's backgrounds are different, but as white European, I'm probably going to be Celtic because I've got the freckles, my husband's probably going to take from North, etc.
Racial purity is like an ethnic group is revolved around racial purity, but everybody's choosing an ethnic group like a community.
Yeah.
So are you denying that in Leicester there's a West Indian community, a Somali
No,
community,
but
and there's not an English community?
You're referring to. I don't think English. We don't need a support group because we don't need support. We haven't been a vulnerable threat.
Minority.
I don't really care. Do you know what? I'm quite proud of that.
What's wrong with being a
Are you trying to
minority?
stir up trouble with this interview?
See, we're Christians, and it's a minority.
The genuine, sincere clue that some people do care.
We're not
Yeah, but people do describe themselves as English, as an ethnic group, and it's not the people you're talking about.
But,
They
yeah.
describe themselves as different communities.
I'm white European. That's my ethnic group. English isn't an ethnic group.
But it is in the
English
census.
English is if you're born in
But
England.
it is in the census, and thousands of people put that down in the census.
No, I think you'll find it's British.
Yeah.
And that's what my passport says, it's British. But I'm also European.
On the census.
So I really don't think
I
this
think you're trying to
conversation
stir up
is...
trouble.
Yeah.
You haven't asked any positive questions.
Well, you've given a very negative answer. You're talking about stirring up trouble. You just suggested that my identity doesn't exist. That's a terrible thing to say.
You're an interviewer. You're not...
That's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah, as an interviewer, you're supposed to be invisible and
Yes.
not actually giving your views. You're supposed to
You've
be
got
asking
your
questions.
opinion, you've given it.
I'm prompting a really good debate.
No, I don't
No,
think you are.
from a negative
Well, I think it's quite
aspect.
racist to suggest that my community doesn't exist.
Yeah, we're not saying that.
You just have. You just said the English don't exist. That's terrible. We're talking about immigration in Leicester. Do you think it's gone too far, or do you think there's a happy mix?
Certainly, it's gone too far. Certainly, yeah.
The English are a minority at the minute, approximately 40.9%. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. I'm quite aware of that. It's just getting out of hand now. Yeah.
Do you think there's harmony in Leicester with all the communities, or do you think that there's some issues with racism and things like that that's aimed at the English community even?
There is some community spirit in some of the immigrants, but others they just stick to themselves and cause problems. Yeah.
Segregated.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if you know this. There's a Leicester Police race hate crime officer, and he said recently that there is approximately 900 race hate crimes a year in Leicester. Does that seem normal?
Yes, it does. Yes. Yes.
Are you aware of the English receiving racism at all? Have you experienced it yourself, or do you know somebody that has?
Yes, my son got stabbed on Cossington Street Park by a gang of mixed race youths. Yeah.
Yeah, we've experienced it ourselves. It's very concerning, isn't it? See, there seems to be a lot of anti-racism campaigns around, and I don't know of any that cater for the English being victims of racism. They should be, campaigning with that, shouldn't they?
Yes, they should. Yes. Nothing was done at all about my son. Nothing.
That's terrible. I'm really sorry about that for your son there, but that exposes what we're trying to talk about here. That the English do receive racism in Leicester, don't they?
Yes, quite a few people have. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your talk. Interviews about Leicester and multicultural and immigration and things. Do you want to? Yeah. Do you want to? I can have your opinion of how you think it's going and whether you think
it's alright, mate. I think it's alright, yeah.
Yeah? Did you know there's 900 race crimes a year in Leicester? That's what the Leicester Police race crime officer has said.
900 race crimes?
900, yeah. Do you think that portrays things how you're seeing it? Do you think it's going okay with that information?
Nah, it's fucked. It's
a problem, ain't it?
It's a bit fucked, yeah, it's a bit fucked.
Do you think it's all working? Like the different communities and different cultures and things? Or do you think that's a struggle, or do you think that's going brilliant? You disagree with me?
But my opinion, I think it's alright, man.
It's alright?
I'm living nicer.
Living nice, yeah? Despite the 900 crimes, race crimes?
Yeah, but obviously, yeah, it's a bit, yeah, you're not living nice, obviously. But there's always going to be a racism point of view. Everyone's a view, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's fine, but you think...
I'm half white, half Asian, so I'm not racist, you get me?
Have you ever experienced racism?
Yeah. Obviously, when I was in school and that, I've had like racism, people putting to me chat shit and that.
Have you experienced racism?
Everyone experienced racism and that.
We have. We're English. We've experienced it.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, obviously, I'm from Birmingham. I moved here like 4 years ago. You get me?
Yeah.
And, like, when I was in the taxi, the guy was like, "Oh, I remember there was not one coloured person in this place, and now it's fucking changed." You know what I mean? So.
Well, yeah.
It's so different. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's got different points of views.
Yeah. Do you feel sorry for him though that he's talking about his community
taken over? Yeah.
If he'd done that in another country,
it'd be a bit different. Yeah, it'd be different. Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to get an interesting debate going about. Things that people don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a thorny issue. Do you know what I mean? Thanks for commenting.
All right. Cheers anyway.
Cheers.
Cheers, pal.
They reckon I'm more bloody racist than, you know.
Oh, they reckon you're racist?
Yeah.
Why?
I speak my mind.
That's a good thing.
That's a good
thing. The original migrant is suffering now.
Yeah.
Right? At the moment, 39, 40 year work.
Yeah.
Here we are. 38 years.
Yeah.
Now, on the street.
On the street.
No job.
Why is that?
Why don't people come now?
Yeah.
European Union.
They're going to use his own.
European. Yeah.
Hey, gonna put them on.
Put that in. Yeah, I'll put that in. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So you said European.
Yeah, it's European, isn't it? What are you see down Leicestershire at the moment?
Yeah.
Portugal one.
Oh, Portugal.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, that's an issue for you now.
Well, yeah, because now where we work right. I won't estimate it, but they for refugee political in it, right? But now, as we are 8 now.
Yeah. So because you speak now, you get called racist.
At work, in my work, I work in the 75, I go for all English ladies and gents.
So, have you ever experienced racism yourself?
I used to back in 1774. After left, but now, right now there's no.
Has your wife experienced racism? Have you experienced racism? No. We've experienced racism. The English, me and the cameraman, we've experienced people called us a white so-and-so. You know. So, do you think overall then, do you think immigration's working in Leicester?
Well, I don't know, man. No answer on that. I don't think so. It's too many people coming in small city, not enough jobs, but factories are all gone. I've been in it nearly 35 years.
Yeah.
No money, they're all gone abroad. Where's the job?
Not enough of an infrastructure.
No. Everything getting shut down. Right? Look, what the hell? 40-year-old brick, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
5 million for now. Shit. You're not creating something.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, thank you very much.
Right.
I'm just come in this country, just 2 months, so I don't know exactly what the laws are or how it is.
Well, just thinking, how do you find it already then? I know it's only 2 months. How do you find Leicester?
Well, it's a nice place, peaceful, I believe, but very hard to get a job here.
Yeah.
So I'm trying very hard for last 2 months for a job, and I'm an electrician by profession, but they said the system here is different, so I need to do a course.
Why do you think you can't get a job? What's your reason, do you think, is behind it, that you cannot get a job?
Well, everywhere I have tried, they told me you need experience, you need certificate of this country.
Okay. Do you think within the 2 months you've been living here, do you think it's everything's very harmonious, that everybody gets along and it's all nice?
Oh yeah, people are nice and friendly, yeah, definitely.
Did you know that there's actually approximately 900 race hate crimes a year in Leicester? This was said recently by a race hate police officer.
900. Okay, but I read the newspapers, it could be true if a police officer is saying that.
See, we've experienced it ourselves as English. I've experienced racism, and so has the cameraman as well. And we very sad that you know, we don't feel represented as well in our city. We're now a minority. I didn't know if you knew that. Did you know that the English are a minority in Leicester?
No.
Okay, so yeah, we're talking about Leicester and immigration in Leicester. Do you think it's gone too far? Or do you think it's great? It's a good, lovely mix?
There's like too much gangsters here with guns, smoking weed. It's not polite. These people are not good, you know what I mean? Smoking too much weed, cocaine, sniffing in the nose, making their life so dizzy. They don't listen to parents, you know what I mean? This is what they do. They get gun, head. This is what they do. This is what they think is gangster. This is what Leicester, you know what I mean?
Oh, it sounds quite scary, that image you just portrayed there. Do you think immigration is going well? Do you think there's a good mix of the people that everybody gets on together though, the different ethnic groups?
Somebody's got a group of them, like they're religious. They got own religion. Somebody's got own opinions. This is what they like.
Did you know that there's approximately 900 race hate crimes a year in Leicester, which was reported recently by a Leicester Police race hate crime officer?
No, I don't know about this.
Have you experienced racism yourself?
No, I don't understand.
No, I've experienced it myself, and so has the cameraman. We've experienced racism as English people. We've been called names about being white, and we've been racially abused about that. But you've not experienced that?
Huh?
You've not experienced that at all, no?
No.
But you're saying that there's a lot of crime and a lot of drugs and stuff. Which communities are involved in that?
I don't know, it's Leicester, all Leicester, everywhere.
All of Leicester everywhere, yeah? Okay, well thank you very much for your time, sir. You did quite well.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
My name is Sleepy Holler. If you like, holler me.
Okay, mate.
Yo, this is Leicester. This is done now. Welcome to Jamrock. I only smoke cocaine when I sniff. This is what I talk when I kiss. Never talk to my life. This is what I come. This is what they think when they go to the life. Never talk to them out. Take to the hardest. Fuck to the hardest. All fake friends. This is what they like. This is what they trust. This is what they hide. Never talk to the spot. I get my own sniff. I get my own kick. I only like with the way the cocaine in the high pipe.
Thank you very much, sir. I think that what you're saying and what we're saying is, both together, this harmonious city, the multicultural mix, is not actually harmonious and it's not working.
Exactly, that's what I said. Yeah, you're right.
It's struggling to work.
I agree with you 100%. Yeah.
I mean, you can disagree with me.
No, I agree with you. I swear, on my heart, I agree with you 100%. Okay. It's there, and as we were saying, they pretend to be it's harmony. No, it's not harmony. No.